Hi everyone, this is Naomi from Roaming the Americas. Welcome. If you saw the last video, you saw basically how this Camping with Friends packing checklist works and how I have it set up as a checklist, as well as some basics of Airtable and how it works. If you missed that video, make sure you go back and take a peek at it before watching this video. But today I'm going to show you exactly how you can customize this to your own needs. So whether you have 5 or 10 friends that you're going with, or you have just a couple of families that you're going to be camping with, you can customize this to be exactly what you need. So real quick, I'm going to be going over how to rename and customize everything on here. I'm going to show you how to add new items because you'll certainly need to change up the specific items. This is a good starting place, but you will probably need to get a little bit more specific with some things and maybe delete some items and add some as well. So I'll show you all that, and then I will show you how to add someone else to the list here and how you can give them their own checklist. So it's pretty simple. Basically, to start off, I want to show you how to rename things. You can rename everything here. You can change up the colors, change up the little symbol if you would like. You can rename the table. You can rename each of the views if you would like to by simply clicking here. And then you can rename each of these columns by clicking here and going to rename. So it's pretty simple and self-explanatory there. You can also customize each field type. Airtable has different field types, so they're not all the same. For example, this one is single line text, whereas this is also just text, but it is long text because for notes, I want to be able to write a whole bunch of things here. The actual field types should be all set for you, but certainly you can play around, and if there's anything in the actual field types that you need to change, you can do that. This one is a single select, so it allows you to select one of these single options, whereas this one is a multiple select, so you can select multiple options at once. This is a checkbox, pretty self-explanatory again. So you can change up the field type, but you can also change what is actually in it, what these categories say. You can delete things, you can change the colors. So if you change things up, you can move them around, and then you can alphabetize them here. So that's certainly something you can take a look at to change, as well as here. It's the same thing. So if you need to add people into this column, you can do so here. So that's basically that. You can also change the colors like I mentioned. So let's say you want to add an item to the list. You can do so at any point in this list. You can just hit Control or Shift Enter, sorry, and that will add a line for you. You can also do it at the bottom, either clicking here or into this empty field here, and that will add a line as well. And then anytime you want to make a change there's a little checkbox. You can right click it and delete it. Okay, so let's go back up there. That was our empty place. And we need to add phone charger to the list. And I would say that that is general. So you can click it and select the right option. You can also just type and it'll bring up whatever matches what you have started typing. And then we both want to bring that. Okay, so now it's kind of out of order. So you can sort. So I have specific sorts already set up for you. And so you just need to click this and click apply. You can change this if you would like to, if you want to sort it in a different way. And then anytime you're kind of making changes, you just need to resort it by hitting apply. Now the one slightly somewhat annoying thing, I hope that Airtable is going to be adding an auto sort in the future, but as of right now, they don't have that. So that means if you've just added something in these other views, that is going to be out of order. So you have to sort each individual view when you do make changes. So just keep that in mind if you want to keep things all organized and in order. Okay, so we've added an item. Now let's say we want to add another couple. Like I said, you can do it here, but you can also add new items to your single select or multiple select categories at any time by just typing names. Okay, so that, and it just automatically assigned a color. So again, I can go back to customize if I want to change that color to something else. Okay, and let's go ahead and add them to a couple things here. So we have some things to work with. There's a thing you can do too, if you saw that I just did Control C and Control V, copy paste, Control Z, that stuff all works in Airtable. So it's very nice and very handy. So what we'll want to do first is duplicate this field. Okay, and then we will rename it. So to rename, you can either do rename or customize field. So this is okay, and we see. So now all of us have our own column for packed items. And what we want to do next is give them their own sheet for their checklist. So what you can do is go into the ones that are already set up and duplicate this view. And then you'll just need to rename it. Type. And then we need to customize that so it's showing their columns. So you want to go to the filter and filter it to where who's bringing has any of. Take that off and add that. Okay, very simply. So you see how that just changed. It's great. Now, this is Matt and Danielle's column. So we want to change this. This is fields that are being hidden. So we don't need to see Matt and Danielle's column. We want to see Jared and Laura's column. Okay, so there we go. And we can move that over. And let's see. And packed. Oh, I didn't change this one. So that's why this is not filtering. So this, where who's bringing has any of Jared and Laura, and where packed, and where packed is empty. So that's Jared and Laura's column being empty. Okay, so that's that. That's how you can add another couple. The last thing I want to show you is how you can share this with other people. So you don't have to go back and forth in email all the time. You can all be communicating in this if you would like to. You can share it here and it will have just information. I mean, it's pretty straightforward with that, but what's cool is that, let's say in the notes column, I'm the only one on here right now. So when I type an @ sign, I'm the only one that comes up. But when you've got it shared, other people's names will come up and you can tag them and write notes here. And those people would see that tag. You can also add a comment. So let me just expand this. Okay. You can add comments here. And I want to show you what it does when there's a comment added. Oops. Hit enter. There we go. Okay, so then whenever there's comments, then you will see that. And so I would get a notification if somebody commented and tagged me on something, and I'd be able to reply back to them. So it's a great way to collaborate. It's kind of similar to Google Drive in a lot of ways. Everything's online and you can chat back and forth and don't have to use emails for everything. So that is the intro to using Airtable to create a camping packing checklist and how you can use it. Whether it's just you or whether you're planning it with friends, this is super flexible. You can use it however you would like. And like I mentioned in the previous video, you can create more tabs here and do all kinds of trip planning. You can have a calendar for your planned trips and put campground information. But to start, this is a camping packing checklist for planning your camping trips with friends. So I hope that you found it helpful. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments below.